What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here at The Walking Dead Season 10 premiere, joined by Mr. Ross Marquand, Aaron on The Walking Dead. Well, first of all, let's start here. How is it? How are you feeling? You're months into production in hot Atlanta. This is like your fifth season on the show? Sixth season on the show. You started in season 5 then, right? Yeah, that with Maggie and everybody, and none of them from your introduction scene are on the show anymore. So how is it? It's so different now.
It's odd. I was talking to Kenrick Scott the other day, and Kenrick Scott. Basically, we are the only two Alexandrians left.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone else has been killed off. So, I mean, we were kind of looking around. We're like, oh my God, we're like the OG Alexandrians, and it's very, very interesting, you know? Yeah.
The lone survivors, that's funny. The dual survivors, I guess. This season, you get the metal ball on your hand. You almost went full Jaime Lannister on it, but instead you got a spiked hand. Talk to me about wearing that thing on set.
It's awkward because, you know, most people ask if it's like a fist, but it's so tight in there that I have to kind of curl the fingers up like this and do one of these things. So by the end of the day, I can't really feel these two fingers because it's pretty tight on the coupler is pretty constrictive. So it's not the most comfortable thing to wear, but it looks awesome, and that's all I care about. So yeah.
That's cool. I love in the first episode how Aaron, in a conversation with Michonne, seems to really be taking a turn, make himself a little more assertive, be kind of wanting to take action. What can we expect from Aaron? Because it seems like he's really kind of done with kind of sitting in the back and letting other people lead.
Yeah, I think he's one of his greatest strengths prior to the Whisperers coming in was bringing in good people, which is why he, of course, brought in the original cast in Season 5. But I don't think that diplomacy works anymore. Not with the Whisperers, and they are just completely unreasonable, insane people, and you have to deal with them the only way you could deal with crazy people, which is, unfortunately, in this case, to meet their violence with our own violence.
I feel like everybody who you've worked closely with has had to leave the show at some point. Yeah. So who did you kind of develop the biggest relationship, I guess, behind the scenes this season? Who did you spend the most time with?
So I hope it's not the kiss of death for him. Yeah.
You better watch out. And you have a pretty good impression of him. I won't make you do it because he's standing right there. But
Colin, yes, of course. Yeah.
All right, and also, I got to ask, I'm not going to tell anybody what you say. Where's Rick Grimes?
Is that not rolling?
No, it's not recording. You can just talk right into this, though.
You're not rolling? You promise?
I swear. No, I would never.
He's in Tahiti.
Oh, yeah, with the Phil Coulson crossover. That's right. Speaking of, you brought up Marvel. Yes. You were Red Skull in Infinity War and Endgame. What was that experience like?
The kid in me who grew up mowing lawns and babysitting just so I could buy comic cards from Mile High Comics in Denver. Like, I have Marvel Series 1 through 3, Marvel Masterpieces. I used to collect the books too, and like, I drew all these guys, especially Red Skull, Omega Red, Mephisto, Logan. I mean, basically any character that looked crazy and scary, I would endlessly draw them. My parents thought I was crazy, but it was amazing, and it's like one of those moments where your childhood is coming back to you, and it's a fascinating feeling, you know.
So cool. It was you probably can't say much. Is there more Marvel in your future? Because I don't know if you were aware of this. There is a lot of us online rooting for you to play Moon Knight. Mark Spector, that's the role we want you in.
I would love that. I mean, I've said for many years if I could play any Marvel character. I used to say Wolverine, but I was like, you know what? Hugh did such a good job with that. Hugh Jackman's performance was damn near flawless, I think. So I wouldn't even want to touch that because people would just be comparing it. But not a lot of people know Moon Knight, and I grew up loving Moon Knight so much. So if I could play him or even just have an opportunity to audition for it, I would be the happiest guy in this town for sure.
I feel like you could just change that personality on a dime, so it could be fun to watch.
What are you trying to say?
I've seen you talk to yourself on YouTube. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
As Justin Timberlake and everyone else. Yeah. But all right, and my last thing for you: do you miss Spider-Man in the MCU as much as the rest of us?
Yes, very much so.
We need him back.
That worked out.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much. Have fun tonight.
Thank you, bud. Thanks, guys.